Okay, I don't even know how to start this video. But it's time for me to get on video and talk about how I feel. My husband's very worried about me. My best friend is very, very worried about me. And up until yesterday, I tried my best to just kind of not say anything and move on. If I cry, if I get upset, people say, grow up, you're a grown-ass man. Well, even grown-ass men have emotions too. And I'm very sad, and I'm very hurt, and I'm angry, and I'm confused, and I have all these emotions going on, and what I really want to do is just sit down and make videos, but I can't, because if I try to sit down and make a video about whatever's going on in the drama community, it's like I have all this shit in my head. So I need to just sit down and just talk for a second. I drove around with my best friend last night, and she's been my best friend for over 22 years. And she said, I know people have a lot of opinions about you right now, Peter. She said, but I've known you for 22 years. You're a blessing in my life. And I hope that that's enough. And so it made me really kind of look at friendships. And everybody wants me to talk about Dustin's video, so I'm gonna talk about Dustin's video. So Dustin, who's was one of my closest friends, put out this video a couple days ago. And up until last night, I hadn't said anything about it. I hadn't really commented on it, except for that I don't want to talk about my friendships online, and I hadn't defended myself. I hadn't said anything. It was 3 or 4 days of just me not saying anything, tweeting out pictures of pumpkin spice things, and trying just to stay in my own lane and just do what I love to do. And it was just this constant negativity just directed towards me. And it's a lot. I don't know if anybody's ever been in that situation that's watching this, but when you just have mass amounts of negativity directed towards you, mostly coming from people that don't even know who you are as a person. They're just taking somebody else's opinion of you and believing it. So it's coming from second and third sources. Oh, I knew this was true. I knew this who he really was. So Dustin put this video out. And people want to know how I feel about the video. I'm hurt. I'm sad. Nothing in the video confused me. We've had conversations about those things on many different occasions. But you're only getting one side of the conversation. And that's all you're going to get. I love Dustin. He's my friend. Or he was my friend. We've been friends for almost 2 years. We talked all the time. We texted each other all the time, funny memes, and we got each other through some tough times, both of us, and laughed through great times. And I guess what surprised me the most about the video wasn't what was in it, but what wasn't in it. That there was no mention whatsoever about, I don't know, about anything to do with our friendship. So, I said this in one of my videos the other day, that there's a quote from the movie The Contender I love. And the quote is that principles only mean something to you if you stick to them when they're inconvenient. Well, this is a really inconvenient fucking time for me right now to stick to my principles, okay? But to some degree, I think people are wanting to force me into showing this behavior, okay, of and then say, oh, see, that's who he is. And this happened last night in a live stream that I was in with Paige Christie, because I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm worn out, I'm overwhelmed. And I don't know how everybody else out there as a human being reacts when they've been pushed into a corner, but at some point, enough is enough, okay? One person can only take so much. And that's how I felt. I felt like everybody's only getting one side, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the Dustin thing for a second. I'm not gonna make a video about Dustin. I'm not gonna wage war on somebody that literally the day before he put the video out, we were laughing on the phone, okay? I'm just not. I remember the last phone conversation I had with him, and okay, I'll miss you. I understand you don't want to be my friend anymore. I don't know what else to say about that, you know? I'm not going to go tit for tat. I'm not going to attack a friend of mine publicly. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't do it with any of my friends. I would not do, I haven't done it, and I won't do it. And it's hard to stick to your principles and not defend yourself when people are attacking you at the same time. But people want to throw this remain teachable thing in my face. The teachable moment for me in all of this has been trying to stay true to who I am and not react and not get angry. And I did last night, and I'm not proud of that, okay? But I'm tired of people only sharing one side of the story. I'm tired of it. And the last couple days, like, everybody in the world has had an opinion about me, and they're saying this about me, and they're saying this. And the people that are saying it about me, I'm literally seeing them do the exact same things they're accusing me of. And I'm like, the hypocrisy in this statement is just unbelievable to me, that because you're weaving this narrative of this coming towards me, and it's not one person, it's not 2 people, it's not 5 people, it's not 100 people, it's not 1,000 people. I don't know how many people it is, okay? But it's all of them, and I'm standing over here, right? Well, but I'm the one that has all the control. I'm the one in the background doing all this kind of stuff. Like, seriously? There's been a lot of conversations between a lot of people behind the scenes that people aren't aware of. And I could get on here and I could tell some truths too. And I'm just not willing to do that. I'm just not. I've learned that maybe for me, it's best to just stay in my own lane and not interact. You know, everybody's saying, oh, well, Peter, you're the common denominator in all these people's problems. No, really the common denominator is the drama community. And that's the truth. I've been in the drama community since September 1st of 2016. I've been in the drama community a lot longer than all of these other people out there that have opinions about me. And that's the truth. That's a fact, okay? And I wasn't having a whole lot of issues like this with people. So, you know, what's interesting to me is that friendships have changed. This is witnessed by the drama community. Friendships change. Somebody has somebody's back, then somebody doesn't, and they're coming against that person, and then they're coming against this person and whatever. And I've done my best to stay out of that always. And now it's like, oh, the common denominator is Peter's this really nasty person. The common denominator is the drama community. So if I need to do what I need to do and just stay in my lane, I guess that's what I need to do. Dustin, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, I love you. And I don't know if I already said this already. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna make a video about you. We were friends for 2 years. I miss you. I was driving around the other night and I wanted to call you and I was like, okay, I can't call him, you know? Fine. I'm sad. You know, I talked to another friend of ours that is a very close friend of Dustin's as well, and I said, did Dustin say things to you on a regular basis? Like, you know, I'm really angry at Peter, I'm really upset with him. And he said, no, he didn't say those things to me. I'm like, are you sure? Would you be honest with me? Yeah, he didn't say those things. But you know what? I understand that Dustin needed to put this video out and, you know, whatever. But for me, Dustin, you know, we both did things in the friendship, but I'm choosing to take from it a lot of really good memories, and I'm not going to go tit for tat with my ex-best friend or wherever we stand, I don't know. I'm not going to wage war on him. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to allow my friendship with Dustin, who meant something to me, be turned into this thing where 15 drama channels are making videos about it. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not. The friendship meant too much to me. And people will say, well, it didn't mean too much to you at this time or that time or whatever. Well, that's because I can't defend myself and talk about that because I'm not willing to do that. I'm just not, okay? There's many sides to the story of what happened. But, You know, for the first 3 days that this was going on, I continued just to post videos. I continued to just try to stay in my lane, and it was like, I felt like this was happening every day. Like, it was just more and more and more and more and more. And I went into my live stream last night, and you know, I was just trying to have a good time in there. And I've heard a lot of people say stuff about my live streams recently, and I'm like, well, you obviously don't come into my live streams a lot, because in my live streams, I always play a song, I'm in there for 45 minutes to an hour, and we have fun, okay? So I don't know what picture people are painting about my live streams, but that's just not the case. And so Paige came into my live stream last night, Paige Christie, and so people were like, guest Paige, guest Paige. Well, Paige had a lot of things to say about me in the last couple days. You know, for the entire time that this has been going on, she had a lot of stuff to say about me, including that I was a horrible person. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. So I was like, okay, come into my live stream. So she comes into my live stream, and at this point that this happened, I had not said anything. I hadn't stood up for myself. I hadn't defended myself. She and all these other people were just continuing to go on and on and on and say all this stuff about me, and I hadn't said anything up to that point. I hadn't defended myself. I hadn't said anything. And all of these, you know, misinterpreted and one sides of everything were being put out there to paint this picture about me, and I had it, okay? And I don't know how other people respond to things, but sometimes I get angry when I feel like nobody sees the truth, okay? And that's how I felt last night. So Paige starts saying all this kind of stuff, and I go in to my DMs because I had gone when she started saying things to me, and I'm like, I'm confused. Like, what's her issue with me right now, you know? Like, the last DM that we had was very nice. The one before that was very nice. You know, the last one she was asking me something about, and it was in June, she was asking me something about how I considered, like, buying, you know, having somebody, she reached out to me and she said, have you considered having somebody do your thumbnails for you? And I was like, no, I know my thumbnails are shit, blah, 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 whatever. And then I looked at the direct message before that, and it was me congratulating her on hitting 100,000 subscribers. So I was confused. I was like, where is all this coming from? So she goes in there and she starts, so I had her in there, and I talked over her. I was frustrated because she started saying stuff, and I'm like, no, you're not telling the truth, Paige. You're wanting to only paint one side of the story. And I got very angry. Well, I get angry when people want to lie on me. Okay, I do. She's now tweeted out today, now at the end of the live stream, okay, because it started off like this and then it got heated and then it kind of calmed down at the end of it. And I asked her, I said, is there any way for you and I to coexist? Because she was like, I don't think we'll ever be friends again. I'm like, okay, fine, I understand that. I was like, but is there any way for us to coexist in the drama community together? And she said, yeah, I think so. We can, you know, and I said, so we're just going to stay out each other's way. She said, yeah. I said, do you have anything else to say? And she said, no. And I said, are you sure? Because you sure have had a lot to say the last couple days, Paige, on Twitter, because she had. She had tweeted a lot about me, of which I had not responded to one thing that she put out about me. No, I don't have anything else to say. I said, okay. So we're sitting there, and at the end of the video, she's like, you know, like, I feel better. I needed to just kind of vocalize this. I've had these issues for the last year with you. And I said, okay. And I apologized to not making a better video for her in defense of Jackie Ina. You know, I said all these things on there, and she was like, I understand. She apologized for a few things too. Not for calling me a horrible person. She never apologized for that. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like thinking that we're cool, right? And right after the live stream is over, and I'm like, so we're just going to stay in our own lane and do our own thing, right? She's like, yeah. Okay. The end of the live stream, everybody wants to focus on this part that was really angry. Yeah, I was angry. I don't like it when people want to only show one representation of who I am as a person and paint that as fact. I don't think many people really would like that. And so I was frustrated with it, especially when I was bringing up facts, okay? She's now tweeted out that she's going to make this very lengthy video about me, and she's going to tell her truth on me and what a horrible person I am. And if she needs to do that, she needs to do that, and I probably will respond to that, because I have some things to say too about all that. But you know, 5 or 10 minutes after the live stream was over, she again is tweeting out about me, and in fact, it's gone on all through today. I woke up today to more and more and more conversations from her, initiated by her, and people coming to me and saying this and saying that, and she's continuing to talk about it, right? Okay, so this is an example of what I'm frustrated with, if people don't understand that. This is why I'm angry, okay? Because, and then people are like, well, you shut her down and you whatever. At the end of the live stream, I sat there like this and I said, do you have anything else to say? I was silent. She said no. I said, you don't have anything else to say? No. And then as soon as the live stream's over, because everybody's like, you gaslit her, you were angry, you didn't let her talk. At the end of the live stream, I let her say whatever she wanted to say. As soon as the live stream's over, she got right back on Twitter and said what she had to say. People are painting this picture of me that I'm this certain way because for some reason it benefits them or whatever they want to say about me. And I'm not supposed to defend myself, right? Like if I stand up for myself or I get angry or I get frustrated, people are like, well, this is who he is all the time. No, it's not who I am. This is who I am when people lie about me. This is who I am when people are not nice to me. This is who I am when people paint pictures of me that are not true. That's who I am. And I had an issue with that in my life always. I think you would. That if somebody wants to tell stories on you, you get frustrated and you get angry. Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm overwhelmed. I literally have not been able to do anything that I wanted to do the last couple days because people are just constantly coming for me. You know, Paige tweeted out somebody on her Twitter today and said, what does this person have any motive? And I'm like, Paige, you have no idea. This person has been gunning for me for months now, okay? I literally had to block this person from all 4 of my channels because every video that I would put out, they would come for me and they would have something to say, okay? And I think that I've shown in the last couple weeks that I have no problem owning shit in my life that I've done, but what I won't do is own shit that I haven't done. I won't do that. I won't turn against my friends, ex-friends or current friends. I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm just not willing to do that. But at some point, I have to be able to go on. I have to move on and do what I need to do. And if that means that I need to be a completely lone wolf, because what I realized was this, okay? All of this stems from all of these interactions that I have had with these people. And all of these things that have gone back and forth, whether it's a DM friendship, you know, that happens in the DMs of Twitter, or whether it's a friendship that lasted 2 years, it all goes from he said, she said, okay? And if we've ever been in a situation, you know there are always 2 sides to every story, okay? Or 3 sides to truth, whatever people, you know, what I've said before. But what I realized was if I'm not having any conversations with anybody, nobody has anything to say about me. I'm not stopping making YouTube videos. I love doing this. But I'm not going to interact with anybody anymore. I'm just not. Because I do better just on my own. And it makes me sad. Like, I want to have friends with people on YouTube. I want to talk to people. I'm really sad about this whole friendship with Dustin. Out of everything you guys want to know how I feel about the whole thing, all of it, okay? All the shit that people are throwing in my face that he said and whatever, and you guys don't have any idea the context of that conversation or what was said and what was left out. What makes me really, really sad about this is I miss Dustin. I miss the fuck out of him. That's how I feel. And people will say, well, maybe you should have been a better friend. Well, maybe I should have. We can all improve on being better friends. I think even he would have agreed on that. Never claimed to be the best person in the world. I never claimed to be perfect. I don't know why I'm put on this pedestal up here. I really don't. But I can't continue to take all of this coming towards me. I'm worn out, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. Everybody is just, it's too much, you know? And, if I've ever painted myself as anything other than human, that was not my intention, honestly. I'm fucking human, okay? I show it in my vlog, I show it everywhere else. I don't know why anybody thinks anything else of me. I'm a human being that gets human feelings and gets feelings hurt. And sometimes I get angry, and sometimes I get emotional, and sometimes I feel backed into a corner, and sometimes I feel like people are lying on me, and sometimes, you know, I don't know what to do with all of that. And that's kind of where I'm at now, is that I just really don't know what to do with all of this anymore. Okay, my camera shut off. Anyway, I don't know. I just needed to get on here and just tell you guys how I'm feeling. My plan going forward is, I don't know. If I feel like I need to get on video and defend myself against a bunch of bullshit that other people want to put out there, I may do that, but I don't have any plan on doing that right now. My plan is to just go on and make videos that I like to make, and for those people that want to support me and be by me, I understand that, okay? And, you know, I'm doing the best that I can as, I don't know, I'm not superhuman. I'm just a human being, and it's a lot, and I'm real overwhelmed, and I'm real tired, and I am just doing the best I can right now. So I'm gonna continue to make videos. I'm gonna continue to do what I love to do and try to stay in my own lane, and that's what I'm gonna do. For those of you that want to continue to support me, thank you. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.